Hey guys, hope you guys had a fun Apex weekend. In this video, I'll be going over a couple of games that I played. Okay, not a couple. All the games that I played this week and last on my main account. Most of these games would feature either LeWIN or Yulia, and this video is to document my LeWIN experience, so I can refer back to it. Anyhow, I'll also go over my TSDL first round of 64 game after my ladder games. So without further ado, let's begin. So this is a game I played, I believe, last week or maybe a week before that, against TenaciousRope, fellow Ancient Ruin player. This game was a very good example of the usage of the what is it called, the wet ham jump. You'll see in a bit what I mean, but let's just look at the skills. Standard loadout with FB. So he brings the jump and the one range 3C. So D-Lit with her standard loadout. Irish with her standard loadout. What I have here is standard. Oh, well, I brought the passive heal. Akaya with double support skills, and Zerda with Shadow Raid. Killing Blow and 3C. So you'll see the the moment that I lost the game in a bit. So right here. So what happens is, what Ham can do here is he can come here, drop the sword here, and then teleport here. I forgot that the teleport does not require the what Ham stack. It just works on anyone less than 100% HP, as you see here. So you'll see in a bit what he does after he sets up. So, okay, I get passive blocked on the middle 3 units. This is a 6-star wet ham. So, he was waiting for the Akaya thing, which I forgot about too. But what he could have done, I think, was also just, come here, drop the sword here, and then teleport here. He was landed this position, and he can act again after. But, same thing. Drops the sword here, you can still act again. But anyhow, I completely misplayed this. Very good usage of wet ham from TenaciousRope. So I lose my Helena. Still a chance. It's a trade. It's a 1-for-1 trade. But you'll see what happens next. Basically squashes any chance of winning. So yeah, Sherry cannot reach yet. There is still the Iris teleport. Just to kill the sword. Pepsi and the sword is actually a really good combo that I am underestimating, but gets the tenyo proc. Now Sherry can reach everybody and kill 2 people. So I do have turn pile, so it's maybe it's not all over, but it's pretty much over, as Sherry can just come in and kill 2 people for free. Let's turn on the animations just to see if this Sherry was wearing prisoner's gear. So yes, indeed, it is a prisoner gear Sherry, so that is going to be a guaranteed kill. So yeah, I'm kind of screwed right now. Pepsi can kill everybody, Sherry can kill someone. So I think it's pretty much GG. I traded the Sherry and it's, 3v3. You can try to run, but not really. And then he gets another Tenyo's proc with the D-Lit. So D-Lit can essentially just reach my my Zerda and TGS this turn. And yeah, game over. So yeah, good usage of ham. I should not have brought 3C. I'm too hard-coded in bringing Alza hard every single time on Zerda. So I need to start thinking when to not bring that. Okay, on to the next game. This is against this is against, so the English translation is the city in the sky, I guess. Anyhow, this was a good usage of, I guess, earmuffs, and I don't think he knew what what transpired. Anyhow, so here I apply earmuffs onto Sherry. Before we continue, let's take a look at the skills. So this was a very interesting choice, Dark Elf Snipers. So I think he was trying to kill Sherry with Dark Elf Snipers, but as you all know, Kyra's skills, at least these skills, have her attacking first. There is a skill that Kyra has that does not have her finish all her attacks, but that skill is not a guard ignore skill. Anyhow, I think the other person could have brought that skill if, the person wanted to use Dark Elf Snipers. Anyhow. Okay, AoE, single target Luke, standard Liana, B-Shock Juggler, standard Clotaire. So Clotaire in this map can actually reach. So this is swamp, so you can just walk 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could hit these 3 units here. That's why I moved TGS though initially, and I wanted to see what he would do because my Sherry could potentially kill Kyra and someone else. The Juggler might get blown up by my Sherry too, but let's see what he does. So yeah, he attacks into my Sherry on a tree, which is practically unkillable. Doesn't even kill the soldiers. Here I just give Miracle just to heal Sherry up a bit. So I actually don't know why he decided to AoE here. Maybe he wanted to stay close to the tanks. I'm not sure, because what he could have done instead was, like I said before, right? Move here and hit everybody. Maybe he didn't know that this was swamp, but anyhow. Now I can kill someone for free, essentially. So yeah, I killed the Clotaire. And I killed the Golem, the summon puppet. So Luke is slightly less threatening now. Luke would not be able to hit, my rest of my team. So this was again. Sherry on the tree, very, very strong unit. Angel's flyer tech. So here what I'm trying to do is I want to get my TGS teleport up ASAP so my Yulia can join the fight. I have one more turn on teleport after I move my TGS, and TGS gets her act again next turn, so I can essentially use my teleport. So he gets a Tenyo's proc here. Not that it mattered. He could have tried. I don't think this is a Scepter Luke, so he can reach Yulia, but I don't think you want to waste your Luke by putting her out there. So opts to hit the Sherry. My Sherry lives again. Forest tile, very OP. Give myself an Aqua boost. I can't move my Sherry because I'm locked down by V-Shock. So Sherry finally dies. This is Kyra's threat range. Can kill the wolf still. And now I teleport Yulia into the game. Kyra cannot reach my TGS. I get a very lucky Thorns proc, and it's a kill. Very nice, very nice. I think without the Thorns proc, I would be able to clutch it out anyways. So this is really, cherry on top. But yeah, it's pretty much, just cleanup time. He opts not to try to guard his other units, so I kill the Luke. And yeah, it's pretty much game. I was very surprised that the Juggler didn't die from the Unicorn with Yulia on a forest tile. It might have died if I attacked the Liana because of the cavalry tech. Anyhow, next game. Okay, this is my TL Steel match against YZ. We won't be going over that because that was I think we were having fun, so we opted to just pick some random units that we don't usually play with. Okay, Arston. This was the first game of SP LeWIN. I very badly misplayed something here, as you'll see in a bit. Let's look at the comps. They have Werner with standard with. Okay, so this is the deals fixed damage. Okay, this is the move and move again and fixed damage. So 1C. Okay, 1C wet ham. Okay, faction buff with double assists. Sherry with Shadow Raid, not Goblins. Landius with Templar Knights, very good soldier troop pick. Counters my heavy infantry. My standard, you know, the 1-2-3 LeWIN loadout. Yulia, standard. Himiko with push, standard. Tiaris with mass resist. This is to prevent Sherry from, you know, stunning anyone. So the mistake I made here, as you'll see in a bit, so standard Zerda loadout. So a couple things to keep in mind is what Ham's passive disable. If that passive disable lands on my LeWIN, I cannot guard. Let's just speed things up a bit for the sake of time. So faction buff. This is probably boots. Actually, wait. This is not boots. What Ham? This is SSM what Ham. All right. So I give the. Okay. So mistake here. Number one. I didn't do anything with TRs at all. What I got a little bit greedy. What I should have done was just apply the mass resist, you know, and do something other than just stand there and apply the talent buff. As you see later, I do end up, you know, this mistake of not applying mass resist basically forced me to have to use either mass resist or 3C next turn, even though he is going in next turn. So then I'm not, you know, fully buffed up. So yeah, that was a mistake on my end. I got a little greedy. Should have mass resisted, because then I have, you know, see Sherry moving up here means I have to mass resist next turn. But then that means I don't 3C. So there you go. Not the best choice. Sherry cannot reach my Tiaris with Shadow Raid. So Wet Ham is again Wet Ham. This is SSM Wet Ham. So here, yeah, I have to mass resist. He is pushing up really hard onto me. Okay, this was mistake, the big mistake. There's no reason for me to do this. You know. One, I originally I wanted Wet Ham to come in and, you know, hit her maybe, or, you know, something like that. But what I missed was Sherry. What actually ended up happening was Sherry coming here, hitting my LeWIN. The stun's not gonna go through, but she can act again. Actually, sorry, she comes here, performs Shadow Raid on her, and then she can then 3C kill the Zerda. Yeah, this is what happened. So okay, reflect. Nothing. It's not gonna kill. Yeah. Nothing happens. But this kill essentially lets me get the Wet Ham debuff that I mentioned earlier. So yeah, 50-50 chance me getting it on LeWIN. So guess, you know, it is what it is. So I can't guard now. So all these units are not guardable. What he will do later on, as you will see, is he will essentially be able to, until my passive disable is down, I will not be able to guard. So this was probably a bad choice. I should have moved LeWIN first. LeWIN attack Sherry. So yeah, teleport, you know, I might start bringing teleport more now, because, okay, so he actually opts not to attack the, actually, wait, hold up. Oh, okay, so this is the thing. I forgot. So okay, LeWIN is a soft counter to Wet Ham, because if you get passive disabled, you no longer have the immune to heal reversal. What I should have done here was, you know, instead of moving Yulia, have come here and attack Sherry. Not like it would have mattered, really, because, you know, the Wet Ham's gonna take someone away. And yeah, it's pretty much, you know, game at this point. So bad positioning on my end, and way to go in and be aggressive on the other on the opponent's side. All right, next game. This is against Olivo. Okay. I think this is another LeWIN match. Might be a mirror LeWIN match. Let's see. Yes, indeed. Okay, it is a mirror LeWIN match. So let's see. So state guards. I brought Phonics. Not that my LeWIN actually did anything in this game. You'll see in a bit. So yeah, standard loadout with a seal. So, you know, 1, 2, 3 loadout. Werner with standard. T-Jess with standard loadout. Elwin with the passive heal. Pretty standard. Opted to breach single target heal. Yulia standard. Helena standard with angels. T-Jess standard. So, okay, I didn't bring the AoE, I brought the battle cry. So this game is basically, so my game plan was I need to stall a bit. I need to let Tiaras get her buffs in onto my, I would say my main carry here would be Yulia. I needed to make sure that the Elwyn moves first before my Yulia can move in. Because, you know, a heal block plus passive disable is very bad. I want him to basically come in first. The reason why I'm saying so far back is because Elwyn can apply passive disable, which potentially might, you know, allow some follow-up from the enemy team to kill any units that I'm not guarding. Additionally, Tejas also has, you know, very strong damage, magic damage. So Tejas onto LeWIN would be for sure a kill. So I opted not to use mass resist this game. I'm sorry, not mass resist. Yeah, mass resist. So movement down is possible. As you see, I do have... Oh, wait, sorry. Okay, so the very nice thing about the... Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. Did it not apply the... Wait. So this, he did use the 3C, right? Reduces target's mobility by 1 to 3. Okay, okay. I had the SSR helmet that gives anti-mobi down, so my Yulia is not affected. My LeWIN, I think my LeWIN has OB, yeah. So I'm good here, basically, yeah. I'm good to go. The only people affected by the movement down is Tejas and Tiaras. Helena's still sitting in the back chilling, so that's good. So I know I have to go in now, because the Tejas can actually not teleport, but I have to go in. I know I won't die, because I have a... What is it? Because I have the heal. Actually, I'm wondering if Werner can actually one-shot Julius. So, let's see. I remember there was a skill that lets him do fixed damage. If the enemy is killed, the character gets strike dance and the effect after battle. When on defense, its tile after entering battle deals fixed damage to stores. Okay, so warfare tactics is pre-battle, I guess. So post-battle fix is... Actually, wait. After attacking and entering battle. Okay, so warfare tactics is post-battle, and then the other 3C is pre-battle. So if the 3C, if he was, you know, if he used the strike stance earlier and got the deals fixed damage before... Actually, no, this would have been a kill if it was Firebrand, actually. Yeah, so Yulia would have died if it was Firebrand Werner. So, yeah, I am able to kill his LeWIN and heal back to full health. But yeah, I need to test this out. So it looks like Werner can, in fact, one-shot Yulia, even with Glory of the World. So that's something I do have to be careful in the future. My TGS does get silenced, but it is okay. So this is not going to do anything. If I got a Thorns proc here, that would have been pretty fire. That's all is well. All is well. But yeah, it looks like Werner is going to counter Glory of the World Yulia. So that is not good news for me. So here I go in. My target is the Elwyn, because Helena is able to one-shot Elwyns. The reason why I did that was to do some chip damage. Because my Tejas does have Twilight Star. While, you know, she is silenced, I just wanted to increase the chance of her killing Tejas next turn. Because I am going to apply the heal on Tejas, and this will hopefully remove the movement down. But yeah, it's pretty much game at this point, though. So yeah, he decides to silence the Yulia. I don't think he saw that I had the way back for a while I applied the single target mass attack, so it cannot be silenced. So yeah, this is not going to silence my Yulia, and he runs away. But yeah, Werner, very tricky indeed. All right, next game. This is against Jagger. This is a very good. This is a very nice LeWIN tank king show. He tanks 2 hits without any forms of outside healing or faction buff. Although I did cheat a little bit. Okay, so first of all, I'm not using the exclusives. I don't get LeWIN's faction buff. I did cheat a little. I did cheat a little, as you'll see in a bit. But yeah, so you know, this is a tricky matchup because he has 2 long legs, and he has Epsilon, which is basically a guaranteed kill on any of my units. So not the best ban pick for me, but at this point, I also was not so sure of LeWIN's tanking abilities. Okay, so the reason why I said I, cheated is because I do get the damage reduction 50%. Zerida here can reach everybody. So he has to send someone in. He can't send Pepsi because, there's no way of reaching Pepsi. That's the reason why I teleported Zerida to that spot, because Pepsi cannot reach. Yeah, now I just wait. So Helena goes in first. And I tank her like a champ. It's some fixed damage. So again, earmuffs, pretty pog play here. Because it's earmuffs, I don't need to worry about fixed damage. Now it's Wetham's turn. Demon Wetham might have killed this. Does get the crit. Let's see if it's the crit on Wetham or the Gargs. Because that is very important. I would assume if Garg's crit, the attack should be similar to Werewolves. So let's see. So I'll also get, okay, that's Wetham. So Werewolves might have actually killed this LeWIN here. And notice how I did get my weapon skill disabled. This was a unlucky RNG from his side. Usually, I would get more than just one weapon or armor disabled. So I would say I got lucky here. The LeWIN would have probably died, but even if he did die, I think I had a chance to turn this around. So yeah. So what I do here is I kill the Helena with my Yulia. Let's turn off animations. Get the crit. So Pepsi can, kill Zerida or LeWIN. Up to him. But if he does that, it's a trade. Because my SB LeWIN can then kill his Pepsi. Which I believe is what I do. Actually, okay, so I opt to kill the Ham, actually. Maybe I should have tried killing the LeWIN. But let's see how it plays out. So yeah, Chris comes up to guard. I drop the AoE. He applies 3C onto Chris. I just try to do some chip damage. This is not okay. Foul Next is gonna kill the troops, but not too much with Chris. Heal up LeWIN. And the sword, I think, what did I do? Or did he attack the sword? Oh, okay, it was his sword. Sorry, his sword, not my sword. So, I get really lucky with the buff dispel here. Let's see. So, originally, he has how many buffs? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 buffs. And I have to strip either the guard or the immunity. We can work out the math, but I believe the math should be a little bit over 50%. So, yeah, I stripped the... So, I actually don't strip the guard, the 2-range guard, but I do strip the immunity. So, this is not Blood Pack Chris, so Chris is potentially gonna die. I kill the turn. Yeah, so I kill the first life, and now, Yulia should be able to finish off the Chris. LeWIN might be able to. I doubt it, but yeah. So he heals tries to heal because she's heal blocked, so she can't be healed. By doing this, I lock down Pepsilon. Well, not lock down, because Pepsi does have 5 move, but it's pretty much game at this point because, you know, I have 3 units, and Pepsi can try to run, but my L1 will just finish him off eventually. And yeah, so yeah, he tries to see if there's a way to win, and yeah, this is we're just having a little fun here, you know. But yeah, that is the game. Alright, on to the next game. But yeah, I think I got lucky there in the sense that I didn't get a lot of the unique Helena armor, the equipment debuffs. Because of that, my LeWIN has more stats than he would have had the armor been disabled, had the you know, accessory been disabled, and so on and so on. But as you saw in that game, right, you know, I was still able to finish off. I don't think LeWIN dying would have made a difference. Maybe it would have because of the passive disable, but I doubt it. Alright, so this is against ConyHoang. I think he or she is also a fellow ancient ruin. Okay, so this mass maid's pick almost will cost you in the game, you'll see in a bit. But yeah, standard Yulia, standard TGS, standard Himiko. Werner dying with Ram. This Ram will come in handy later. Standard Tiaris. Tiaris with the anti-heal block. This was to prevent Luke if she brought the heal block AoE, but she didn't, so that's good. Lana with double AoE single target with mass attack. Don't know why he bought mass attack. I think it was for the Kyra. Kyra standard, Chris standard, Liana standard. Yeah. So, you know, I wanted to have the battle on bot side or top side, but I positioned my units in the beginning bot side, so I do want the battle to occur bot side, not on the water, because my units cannot move effectively on the water. So yeah, so this was very tricky. So the breeze proc means that the Luke can hit me next turn, so I had to go in this turn or next. Well, I have to start setting up to go in next turn. So I do use my 3C early. So I do have turn trial. So here I make him make a choice. Does he want to, you know, who does he want to act again? Or does he want to apply the, you know, does he want to apply some stuff? So, okay, this was actually very interesting. I managed to tank the Kyra. Had that been faceless, I think my Tejas would have died. So yeah, very lucky me. This Chris is going to be a problem. SSM Chris with over close to 1,000 MDef in defense. As you see, this does like no damage. So yeah, but now he is indeed locked down, so he cannot guard. Kyra can still hit my Tejas. Luke cannot no longer hit anybody because the golem's also trapped. Lana can AoE. Liana can move. Chris cannot move. Before I did the attack, I was thinking if I should send my Tejas to hit something before she dies. You know, I think this was the right choice because I do wanted the godly menace first instead of using the 3C to heal back. So had I actually used the Tejas here and attack something, maybe it would not have been the best. But anyhow, somehow survived the Kyra due to some lucky soldier choices. So yeah, here we are. Let's take a look at Werner, what he can reach. Werner is going to be pretty MVP, as you see in a bit. Werner has the ability to kill Liana. This is not SSM Liana. This is Juggler Plushie. Can kill the Kyra too. But yeah, this is Werner's range. So yes, kills my Tejas once and for all. And teleports back. Here I give Miracle to Himiko. So, okay, I wanted to... So, Chris is locked down, right? Himiko can normal attack Kyra. I don't know if this was going to kill. That's why I gave the Miracle, because as we all know, goblins are pretty bad at doing damage. Single target damage. So yeah, Yulia almost dies. So I think this was his mistake. I think he should not have AoE'd here. What he should have done... Actually, no. If he single target attacked Yulia, my Yulia would have healed back up to the full. Assuming that Mass Mage's HP loss is not, you know, bring her below the threshold. But yeah, this was kind of scary for me. But yeah. So I go up and I kill the Liana. Easy kill because of attack blessing and a lot of other stuff. So, okay. So, Yulia has the guard disabled, so I can reach Lana. So I kill Lana because Lana has not used any of her AoEs yet, and that is going to be a big problem later on. So this was pretty smart. He forces my Himiko to use her talent and then finish her off with Lucretia. But this is where the Ram comes in. This is not an Overlord badge, Chris. And I kill the Chris. And I push her away. So yeah, she cannot guard the summon now. So now my Tiaras can kill the summon. Luke kills my Werner Dime with the basic attack. So this was very scary for me because I couldn't kill the Chris, right? So it's like almost kind of scary, very scary. And she gets rid of her stacks, so that means she can attack first now, which is the scary part. Single target kills my my Tiaras. So here I actually make a mistake. I opted to not use my skill. I opted to just use a single target normal attack, and that's not going to kill my the Chris. Right now, I did have the 3C up. But I did not use it. I could not kill because Chris was able to kill essentially all of my infantry troops. So it's just, yeah, Yulia trying to hit her by herself. But thanks to Goel, I am able to heal back up to the threshold. Luke has her Dark Reaper up. I didn't want to take chances, so I used a skill now. I might have been able to not use a skill here, but nonetheless, it's fine because I do have the 3C up, as you will see in a bit. Actually, no, I don't have 3C up. So, you know, I think I gambled a little bit too much here in that I was thinking that I had a chance to live, as you see. So I get a very lucky Thorns proc. Well, okay, maybe not the best placement, because had it not been the castle walls, I think I might have been able to thorn kill the Luke. So yeah, here I kill, well, I don't kill Luke, but I bring her low enough such that I should not be able, so this was lucky on my end. I didn't die to this normal attack. And it was a crit. So yeah, I think I almost threw the game, so there's that. Exclusive thing didn't proc because my Yulia was not at her HP threshold. So I finally used 3C. I could have used also used the, what is it called? Godly Minutes, but same thing. So yeah, I think a couple mistakes on his end. Maybe not mistakes, I would say, but I definitely almost lost the game that I could have won. Alright, on to the next game. This is against Namida. So yeah, this game, I would say I was very, 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 very lucky. Maybe the game would have been a little bit different, but Lady Luck was definitely on my side. Alright, so notice this. There's the 50% chance to silence an enemy's active skill with Seal. So a very Kurdo comp. Sophia, Juggler with MDef command. Hilda, Luna, Bozo. So yeah, Kyra hitting Bozo is not gonna kill. There's a lot of MDef command, and there's Hilda, there's Juggler MDef command, there's Luna command. What I have here is Helena with the Highland Nymphs, Detect on LeWIN, Elwin with Crush, TJ Standard, Kyra with Gospel, and Fate. This Gospel does come in handy, as we'll see in a bit. So yeah, this is Bozo's range. He can't come here or here and hit, you know, this unit or this unit. But he is not going to move his Bozo first, because then my teachers can kill. So yeah, here I give King's Crown, and I Gospel LeWIN. I give Kyra the Silence immunity, so I can still use a skill later on, even if Bozo does Silence. So here's the lucky part. Watch the debuffs on Helena. Okay, so let's see if this is 6-star Bozo first of all. Okay, 6-star Bozo, no question. Only I have a 5-star Bozo. So lucky the fact in that I did not get any silence skills. So first of all, you know, I won the 50-50 and the attack not doing any silences, and I won the luck in that none of the debuffs afflicted silence. So yeah, very good, very nice. So guard priority in this game was gonna be Hilda first, then Juggler, but you know it doesn't matter now because I do want to strip the guard and Juggler, so I can basically attack Bozo for free next turn. Since my Helena didn't get silenced, I would be able to kill the Bozo with my Highland Nymphs. So yeah. So Bozo does get defense, so it's not like, but it's, you know, 711 defense, and this is Highland Imps would just blow through the what's it called, the Lancers. I did not use Shiv because Shiv will not do anything. I don't have the I don't have, what is it called? I can't apply Shiv because they just cannot receive debuffs. And there was also the fixed damage after battle, so if I shivved, I would have taken extra damage. Did the crit... Okay, another thing, the reason why I crit, this Helena is a yellow Helena, so the crit is like, you know, it's not the you know, most lucky thing ever. Nonetheless, a crit is a crit, so I will take that. So he opts to lock my LeWIN down. Again, guard priority, Hilda is always ahead of Juggler this game, so it doesn't matter who I attack. I didn't know, you know, I just attacked here. I got very lucky with a crit on LeWIN, too, and the Hilda gets one shot. And I heal back to full. But yeah, this game is pretty much over at this point because of the fact that I was able to strip the true guard too on Hilda, by the way. So the game is pretty much over in the fact that, you know, his main carry Bozo is dead, so it comes down to me being able to, you know, win it later, but he ends up retreating, so. Okay, next game, this is against Tien Gok. Tien, sorry if I butcher your name, but I'll call you T first for this game. Yeah, very interesting box. This game was decided, I think, turn 1. So the Juggler opted to not bring Magic Guard. This is, you know, fried chicken for my log then. My log can kill anybody turn 1, minus Matthew, that is. And Florentia, potentially. But Cavalry Juggler, Bernhardt, Kruger, all dead. So let's see what he does. I was very scared of Kruger speed up or Kruger act again. Because one good hit by Kruger and I'm toast. So sprint. He gets the 20% Gale proc. He might have, you know, he could have probably done, what is it called? His 3C to summon something and body block. So my ham couldn't hit Juggler, but anyhow. My ham does not kill the Juggler. Maybe with a little bit more attack, I might be able to kill, but it is okay. I did what I wanted to do, which was make the Juggler not be able to do much. So he opts the 3C. I don't know why he jumped here, but again, the juggler's dead next turn, so he might as well 3C. Interesting. Bloodsword Quarantine. So I kill the juggler. Actually, no. 3C on juggler was the right choice, because my TJS can come in now, right? And he wants to make sure the juggler guards someone, magic-wise. I applied passive disable on Florencia and Matthew. I did not move TJS in yet because I wanted to see what he would do. He acts against Bernhardt. This is AoE Bernhardt. I kill the Kruger. And yeah, do some little healing. I do apply. So this was, this was pretty nice. I do get the passive disable on Bernhardt. This makes sure that he does not do Rupture, and he does not do the AoE damage. Not that it would matter, as you'll see what happens next. So he goes in and attacks my Elwyn. My Elwyn still gets the defense buff. So yeah, my Elwyn is like 100% HP. So, game. Okay, last game before the end of the video. I would not be going over, I would not be going over my TSDO matches. I'll put that in a separate video if needed. The games were really good. Well, I wouldn't say, okay, maybe not really good. Like, they were good TSDO games, but I would definitely say I made a very bad mistake game 1 that made the game go to, made the series go to 3 games. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have Ham, Zerida, TJS, Tiaris, Werner versus Chris, LeWIN with the standard 1-2-3 loadout. Don't know why he brought guard here. He has like 3 tanks. Liana standard, Elwyn standard. I don't know. So this game, I'm not sure what the opponent was. Either he didn't understand that Werner could ignore guard, but essentially what happened is he let his Elwyn be open to my Werner guard ignore, and yeah, I killed it. And I did get lucky here. Oh, okay, maybe not lucky, but it was a close call that I would not have hoped had been the case. You'll see what I mean in a bit. It has to do with my Zerida Alzohard on the LeWIN. So yeah, I'm just prepping my team. I'm not going to use 3C yet because I want to see what he does. My Werner with the 3C can reach, but he can just move here and body block. So I don't want to use the 3C too early. I want to see what he does. This LeWIN has almost 1,000 defense with faction buff. So I also brought the fixed damage before battle if 100% HP on Zerida. So maybe, that may have not been the best choice. Because, as we know, LeWIN's talent allows him to heal. So he heals up, basically. This is Zerida's threat range. Elwyn cannot reach. Elwyn reaches this block, this block, this block. So I use my 3C now. And for some reason, he did not move his Elwyn or body block with Elwyn. Because I can, still hit him. So this was very weird. I don't know why he moved the LeWIN down there like that, but yeah, if he wants to give me the free Elwyn, I will take that kill. Now that I removed the Elwyn, I essentially removed a very strong zoner that he has, so I can move my unit safely up now. This does not kill. So this was actually very surprising. Let's just check real quick before we start what star Hilda this is. This looks like a blood pack, 1,000 defense, 20k HP. This looks like a... This definitely looks like a, what's it called? 6-star Hilda. Nonetheless, with Tiara's attack blessing, I'm actually able to kill, which is very, very nice. So I kill the Hilda, get rid of it with life. I don't strip the buff immunity, so he doesn't get the heal reversal. So that's not the good part. I teleport Zerida just so that I can ensure that my Zerida can reach LeWIN anywhere if the LeWIN decides to attack anybody here, right? Which chances are he is going to attack, so I'm trading whatever unit here for Zerida to trade whoever he kills. Trade to kill LeWIN off after whoever he kills. He drops the AoE, so this is the scary part. I did have attack blessing. Without attack blessing, I don't think this would have killed. I get the crit. 1100 HP, and the skeletons are able to finish it off. How much do skeletons do? They do 50% of enemies' max HP. 1100 HP is a little bit. Let's see. What's 11 divided by 14? Sorry. What's 1.1 divided by 14? Okay, that's like less than 10%. Okay. So yeah, I got very lucky. The attack blessing was able to carry me. So, you know, the damage was Stinger would reduce 20% of the defense, which is, you know, 20% of like 960 makes it go down to like a little bit like 700-ish. But yeah, I'm able to kill, able to give KC to TGS2. So I wanted to kill the Hilda with my TGS, but I can't because Hilda has her guard stripped, but Chris still has the guard up. However, he gives me the opportunity to kill Hilda once and for all by moving his Chris to attack my sword. You know, there's no reason to kill the sword really. Why? Because, okay, so I attack with Ham first just to make sure I can kill the crystal molders. Because the crystal molders are, you know, if the Hilda gets a Thorns proc, my T just might die. So yeah, here he tries to kill the Ham, doesn't kill. Forest Tile. Attack Blessing. Gets a Wind Wall, but Attack Blessing nullifies the Wind Wall, essentially. I think it's 30%, yeah, so it becomes no damage reduction. And yeah, I would essentially be able to win later on, but I think he quits after this. Because Zerida would be able to kill Liana sometime, you know, later. And my TGS can just hit Chris from a range. Yeah, so... Okay, let's see. So this video is already 50 minutes long. Do we want to go over the TSDL? Yeah, let's put that in another video. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this LeWIN Yulia games. Let me know in the comment section what you would like to see, what I should change. I was noted that apparently my tone was very dismissive towards my opponents. I just want to put it out here that nothing is personal that I say on any of these videos. This is a game after all. You know, don't take what I say seriously. And yeah, you know, you either get bullied or you bully. But I hope you guys had fun, and you know, keep playing Apex. Hope this game doesn't die because the player count is very low. As you see, I'm currently ranked at 43, and I think the cutoff for top 100 is only 1944. So yeah. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys next time.